This article was published on the Guardian website 3 days ago, and I thought you should know about this. I think everyone needs to know about this. I've spoken before about how untreated pet waste is polluting our water, spreading disease, and killing wildlife, killing aquatic life. This is yet another way in which dogs and cats are threatening wildlife. Pet flea treatments are poisoning rivers across England. And I have to wonder, if this is happening in England, isn't it happening everywhere where people are applying these flea treatments to their pets? This discovery is extremely concerning for water insects, fish, and birds that depend on them. Because when you put these insecticides into the water, the insects die, and the amphibians, the birds, the fish, all the animals that feed on those insects are going to starve. Highly toxic insecticides used on cats and dogs to kill fleas are poisoning rivers across England, a study has revealed. The discovery is extremely concerning. Scientists expect significant environmental damage is being done. The research found fipronil, which is the insecticide found in these flea treatments, in 99% of samples from 20 rivers. And the average level of one particularly toxic breakdown product of the pesticide was 38 times above the safety limit. So there is a significant amount of these poisons in our water, in our rivers. So fipronil and another nerve agent called imidacloprid, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, that was found in the rivers have been banned from use on farms for some years, because I know that a lot of these dog worshippers and cat worshippers will argue that these insecticides must be coming from farmers spraying them on their crops. Well, no, because they haven't been used in years. They've been banned from use on farms for a while. There are about 10 million dogs and 11 million cats in the UK, with an estimated 80% receiving flea treatments, whether needed or not. The researchers said that the blanket use of flea treatments should be discouraged and that new regulation is needed. Currently, the flea treatments are approved without an assessment of environmental damage. Why? Why are we ignoring this? This is so disturbing. So, fipronil is one of the most commonly used flea products, and recent studies have shown it degrades to compounds that are more toxic to most insects than fipronil itself. The results are extremely concerning. This professor couldn't quite believe the pesticides were so prevalent. Our rivers are routinely and chronically contaminated with both of these chemicals. The problem is these chemicals are so potent, even at tiny concentrations. We would expect them to be having significant impacts on insect life in rivers. One flea treatment of a medium-sized dog with imidacloprid contains enough pesticide to kill 60 million bees. So the first report of high levels of neonicotinoids, these are pesticides, from the conservation group Buglife, came in 2017, although that study did not include fipronil. Aquatic insects are known to be vulnerable to these pesticides, and Dutch research has shown chronic waterway pollution led to sharp drops in insect numbers and falls in bird numbers. You know, people are always talking about how humans are driving animals to extinction. I've produced videos about how dogs and cats are driving animals to extinction, and I've lost track of how many people respond to that by saying, well, humans are worse because humans are doing the most damage. We are doing damage, and we need to reduce the damage we are doing to the environment. And part of that includes banning ownership of dogs and cats. We are driving animals to extinction with our dogs and cats. They are part of our impact. You know, we don't have to own these animals. We don't have to breed them into existence. we can ban ownership of these useless animals. Aquatic insects are also declining due to other pollution from farms and sewage, with just 14% of English rivers in good ecological health. Another argument I hear often is sure, there's some damage being done here, but look at all this other stuff that's doing even more damage or whatever. That's just, should we not be trying to reduce our impact on the environment? It's maybe not that easy to grow crops without pesticides. But it's very easy to not own pets. Many, many people don't have pets. We're happy. We get on just fine with our human friends and our hobbies and stuff. We don't need to imprison animals. It's so simple. So why are we not encouraging people to do that? Sure, other things might be causing harm, but why not do something about this thing that is causing a lot of harm? I mean, it's within everyone's grasp. Everyone has the power to not own a pet. I can't control what farms are doing, but I can control what I'm doing. So they're talking. I'm going to share this article with you. I'll put the link in the description. Please share it with everyone you know. This needs to be common knowledge. Fipronil was detected in 99% of samples, and a highly toxic breakdown product called fipronil sulfone was found in 97%. The average concentrations were 5 and 38 times higher than their chronic toxicity limits, respectively. The UK has no official limit for these chemicals, so the scientists used a 2017 assessment produced for a water quality control board in California. Imidacloprid was found in 66% of the samples and was above toxicity limits in 7 of the 20 rivers. So, fipronil was banned from use on farms in 2017, but was little used before that. Imidacloprid was banned in 2018 and was also relatively little used in recent years. So we can't blame this on farms. The researchers found the highest levels of the pesticides downstream from water treatment plants, showing that urban areas where people live, where dogs and cats live, were the main source and not farmland. The washing of pets was already known to flush fipronil into sewers and then rivers, while dogs swimming in rivers provides another pathway for contamination. It has to be the flea treatments causing the pollution. Really, there is no other conceivable source. There are 66 licensed veterinary products containing fipronil and 21 containing imidacloprid in the UK, many of which are sold without prescriptions. Many pets are treated every month whether the flea treatment is needed or not. This needs to be reconsidered, the scientists said, particularly in winter when fleas are less common. How about we just ban pets? I mean, we don't need them. For so many reasons, they are damaging the environment. They are so damaging in so many ways, as you will realize if you watch my videos. New regulation should also be considered, such as requiring prescriptions for the treatments and assessing the environmental risk before they are approved for use. Clearly, something has gone wrong. There isn't a regulatory process for this particular risk, and clearly there needs to be. A spokesperson from Buglife said, 3 years have passed since we first highlighted the risk to wildlife from flea treatments, and no regulatory action has been taken. What? Why not? Why are people not pushing for regulatory action? What is wrong with us? I think it's just people are asleep. They don't know. First of all, they're probably not aware. And we are so brainwashed by this pro-dog and cat propaganda that is shoved down our throats on a daily basis from all directions. A friend of mine who lives in England recently wrote to me about all of the dogs he sees on TV. And he wrote a little piece about it. I'm going to share that with you soon. I'm going to make a video and read what he wrote to me for you all to hear. Because of all this pro-dog and cat propaganda, people believe dogs and cats are essential. It's like they can't imagine life without them. And they just feel that their lives will be less meaningful or complete without, imprisoning a dog or a cat, when it couldn't be further from the truth. My life has never been better since I got rid of my cats and my dog. And many people will tell you the same thing. Anyway, the massive overpollution of all water bodies with fipronil is shocking, and there is an urgent need for the government to ban the use of fipronil and imidacloprid as flea treatments. Tons of these insecticides are being applied to pets every year, and it's all so unnecessary. They're going to argue for the less frequent application of these medicines to their pets. But, I still need to make a video about the many diseases fleas transmit to humans. Yeah, I gotta get on that. There's just no shortage of topics for me to cover. This is such a huge problem. The problem of dog and cat ownership is so wide-reaching. It's so multifaceted. That's why I have over 200 videos. It's just ridiculous that this is so glorified. That pet ownership is glorified in our society is mental, because it is so damaging in so many ways. So please share this video. The future is dog-free.